And I just remember feeling like I was a drug addict. Like I was stuck in this cycle that I could not get out of. It's probably like the most lonely experience I've ever had. Yeah, like it is very lonely, and it's really hard to explain how you're feeling at that time because you don't really understand what's happening either, and then trying to make sense of it all is nearly impossible.
So when did your personal, I guess, experience with anorexia start?
It started to show up in my life when I was about 10 or 11. And I think being quite a fit, active kid, it got brushed off quite a lot. So at that point in my life, my parents had just split up and we'd just moved from the country to Adelaide. So it was a really big shift in my life. And I think what anorexia can present is, this sense of control. So, you know, my little 11-year-old self started to look towards controlling my food and my exercise in a way to, feel like I had control of something in my life. And I think that is probably an experience that a lot of people do feel. I've definitely had healthier periods since then, but then when I was around 25, it came back. And I also developed a subtype of the illness where you throw up your food, which it is a really difficult part to talk about because it doesn't get spoken about. It's not a very glamorous side of the illness. It's come in waves over the years, but I think whenever times have become more stressful, it is something that I almost always go back to as a way of coping and getting through. It offers you a sense of control. It offers you a sense of safety and even identity. And that's one of the hardest parts of choosing recovery because you feel like you're letting go and losing a part of yourself. I gained worth through my eating disorder.
Did you lose any friends through this disorder?
Yeah, it definitely did affect my relationships. I lost my partner who I had been with for several years. I would say because of this, I couldn't really... I lost a relationship, and it also put a lot of pressure on my friendships as well. And if they weren't such amazing people, I probably would have lost them as well.
How did you make it change? How did you push through to get that help?
It definitely gets to a point where everything is falling apart. You can't maintain your work, you can't maintain your social life, you can't maintain your relationships, and everything just revolves around the eating disorder. I noticed that really big struggle in being able to maintain my job was when I knew that that something wasn't right. There is a moment of disbelief that anything could be wrong. There's definitely a lot of denial. I think I was just researching online, and there is this amazing website, the Butterfly Foundation, and you're able to just do the online message to someone. It's completely anonymous. So I spoke to someone and they asked me a few questions and I gave them some details, and then they were able to give me a list of recommendations of what to do next. And then that's when I got in touch with SEDS. They basically, sent me all the information that I needed, and I got booked in for an appointment to get the process started. I think once you are at least engaged in the medical system, it is up to you to then keep with it, because if you don't, you'll get lost in the system. But it is a bit easier once you have made that initial contact. For months, I sat in those appointments determined not to get better. I don't know why I still went, but I did. And months of those appointments was my psychologist trying to convince me that something was wrong and trying to explain what was happening. And that took a long time. That's the two brains working against each other. I remember one of my appointments was literally just trying to draw out what the eating disorder looked like, because you literally see a monster in your brain telling you what to do. And one of the processes of getting better was almost defining what that monster looked like and what it did and how it controlled you.
Shannon, tell me what the award you won was.
So it was the best community report across any medium, and my story was called Forgotten No More.
Concerns tonight over a 5-year delay in building a specialist health clinic at the Repat hospital site.
It was a story I did a little while ago now about an eating disorder clinic. I first came across this story when I was in the depths of my own battle with anorexia, and it was when I was looking for treatment for myself, and I saw on the SA Health website that there was a clinic that was in the works. It was meant to be built to help people suffering with eating disorders. It was a recovery clinic and a research centre as well. And I started looking into it, and I noticed that the government had been given $5 million in funding to get this centre going, but it had been 5 years and they hadn't done anything. I sat on the story for a little while because I was quite unwell when I came across it. And eventually, as I went through my recovery and I was able to follow the story through, we aired the story. It was in October last year. And it was less than 2 months later that we had a follow from the story, and both the federal government and the state government had put in $5 million each.
Wow. Did you get emotional winning your award?
I did. I started like tearing up a little bit, but I tried to keep it together.
Yeah.
Something that has led to this illness as well is having quite low self-esteem and then a low sense of self. There's always that little voice at the back of your head telling you that you're not good enough. And so I think there was like a little bit of disbelief that I could be in a position to have won an award, but then also like a very big sense of pride that this story that I felt so scared of doing actually resonated with people.
And you shared on that night, you shared with your peers. That must have been pretty daunting.
I knew if I did win, I wanted to acknowledge why this story was so important. The illness itself, I think when you're in the depths of it, it can carry a lot of shame, and it's one where you are never quite sick enough. You will probably never believe that you're sick enough, or it takes a very long time to believe that. And the longer you leave it, the harder it is to recover. I am so thankful that I had something to fight for, and that is something that I have learned by speaking to people as well. They find something that they want to live for, that they don't want to lose. And when things get really tough, it's really important to remember what kind of life you want.